We're making blondies today. The old housewife would say they're just brownies with no chocolate. Welcome to Help at Home, your resource for great recipes and easy learning. I'm Jim Hightower. Today we make blondies, which are rich and chewy because they have brown sugar, and they are kind of a cousin to brownies. They don't have any chocolate in them, but they're similar. So grab your pen and paper. Here come the ingredients. You will need half a cup of butter, 2 cups packed brown sugar, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 4 tablespoons milk, 2 eggs, 2 cups all-purpose flour, 1 cup nuts optional, 2 teaspoons baking powder, and 1 teaspoon salt. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. This treat is so easy to make, you hardly even need a recipe. It's one of the quickest 2-step desserts you'll ever make. So, in your pan, over low heat, melt your butter. So to start with, you just start dumping things in. Now, you've got your brown sugar here, and put it in careful, because if you don't, you'll get all over your kitchen. Spouses don't like that. I'm gonna rough mix that in with my handy whisk. You know how to measure, but for packed brown sugar, you just push it in to your measure, make it overflowing, wipe it off if you need to, and it takes the form of your measure and you just dump it in. So that's packed brown sugar. By the way, keep brown sugar in an airtight container. If you don't have that, and I haven't been able to find a good one, keep it in a Ziploc bag. Otherwise it'll be harder than cement. Ooh, cement? This is the Beverly Hillbillies with the cement pond. It'll be harder than cement on an outside basketball court. Mix that a little bit. Your 2 teaspoons vanilla, which if you have a brand new bottle of vanilla like I do, I suggest you measure carefully or you'll pour half a bottle. Okay, mix that. Put our 2 eggs in. Put your 4 tablespoons of milk in. Now, if you're in here writing down the recipe, if you're on your TV or your tablet, and you're telling your husband to get things ready, don't say, Frank, get 4 tablespoons of milk. No, Frank can sit down, because 4 tablespoons of milk is 1/4 of a cup. Write that down. Mix it in carefully, because your milk is loose and you will get if you're not careful. With your whisk, you can kind of use that beating your eggs for an omelet action here, just till you get all that. Then, all my dry ingredients are in here. My powdered sugar, my baking powder, my salt, my flour, and you just slowly incorporate that in until you're out of flour. It's that easy. By the way, when you're measuring your baking powder, you get your measuring spoon, you dip it right in, and then use the top of your baking powder lid and just wipe it right off. Baking is one of those exact science kind of things. If you do a lot of more or less with important things like that, you won't have good results. Say goodbye to your whisk and hello to your wooden spoon. It will help keep you from getting that whang as much. And a little bit more flour. This really is quick and easy. Your kids could do it. And speaking of kids, hello to my new friends B&B. I hope you enjoy this recipe, and maybe at the end, LHJ will either make it for you or let you make it. So enjoy it. By the way, you can put add-ins in this. One thing you can do is a package of chocolate chips to make it richer. You can absolutely put your nuts in, and I'm not talking about your mother-in-law. And that's it. I have some chopped nuts here that I did yesterday. And I actually got it for another recipe, but I'm just going to sprinkle a few in so I can still use them in my other recipe. Mix those in. I honestly think pecans and nuts in general are a southern thing. I mean, we do have nuts in the South. Make sure you have prepared your pan. Instead of doing the butter and flour separately, Just melt 2 tablespoons of butter, put a tablespoon of flour in there, and it's one step. Do your sides too. Now you're ready to pour it in. Just get your happy face spatula and put it in. So incredibly easy. Spread it out just roughly. I guess that's my new word of the month. Rough mix, spread it roughly. Try to make sure it's somewhat even. And there you go. Now, naturally, I'm going to say, you got to taste what you make. Oh my gosh. Almost tastes like pecan cookie dough. It's one of those slap your mama good things. That's it. Just bake for about 30 minutes. I would add the extra insurance and check it at 20 till you get to know this recipe and how it works with your oven. By the way, if you don't know how to measure flour and things like that for baking, go back and watch my quick tip. It's very important to be precise with baking so you get good results every time. Alright, that has been 30 minutes and it's done perfectly. I tested it with my cake tester and it came out clean. Just let it cool for about 15 minutes. You can serve it up warm, even with ice cream. That's a great dessert. Or let it cool completely on a cooling rack and then serve it up cold. Once it's cool, you can bag it in a Ziploc and you're good to go. It's portable fun. And here it is, fresh out of the oven. We like ours a little bit darker, but if you like it lighter, you can take it out a few minutes earlier. If you like this recipe for Blondies, which are a close cousin of brownies, but they have brown sugar to make them moist, chewy, and rich, and no chocolate, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and share with your friends who like to cook or just want to learn how. Drop me a line in the comments below about your experiences with this recipe or what you might like to see in the kitchen. Click the bell in the top right hand corner for notifications. I'm Jim Hightower, and remember, everyone needs help, even me.